If you're new here, I'm Caleb with Aced Cooling and Heating here in Corona, California. In this video, we're going to break down HVAC equipment into three main categories. Those three main categories are fully variable and communicating systems, multiple stage or inverter systems, and your normal single stage systems. And we'll talk about who each one actually makes sense for. Our first group, fully variable or communicating systems. These are the most advanced HVAC systems available today. Fully variable and communicating systems are the most advanced HVAC systems available today in the residential market. In a fully communicating system, the thermostat, the indoor equipment, and the outdoor equipment are constantly talking to each other. These systems don't just turn on and off. They continuously adjust themselves based on what the house actually needs. Instead of stages, these systems can operate across a wide range of capacity, sometimes anywhere from 25% to 100% of their output, and up to 700 stages. The indoor blower speed, the compressor speed outside, and airflow are consistently adjusting. And what that means for the homeowner is extremely consistent indoor temperature, a very quiet AC operation outside, very high efficiency as well. You get excellent humidity control and the long steady run cycles instead of constant cooling cycles. What this means for you is extremely consistent indoor temperature, a very quiet operation, high efficiency, excellent humidity control, and long steady run cycles instead of on-off cooling. These systems are designed to maintain comfort very precisely. The downside with these systems are the highest upfront cost, more complex electronics, and they are going to require proprietary thermostats and controls. Our next group is multiple stage or inverter systems. This is where most homeowners land because it's a good middle ground. Multiple stage or inverter systems can operate at multiple capacities instead of just one. For example, a two-stage system might run at about 60 to 70% capacity most of the time and step it up to 100% when the house needs it. Inverter systems take that a step further and adjust capacity more gradually. Inverter systems have around 5 to 6 different stages. What homeowners usually notice is a more stable temperature, quieter operation, longer run cycles, and better humidity control. These systems don't blast on and off as aggressively as single stage systems. The downsides, you do have a higher cost than a single stage unit. There are more complex equipment. But for most homeowners, this ends up being a sweet spot between comfort and cost. And our final group, single stage systems. A single stage system is going to be the most basic design. It has one operating speed, on or off. When it turns on, it runs at 100% of its capacity. And when the thermostat is satisfied, that system shuts off. So with single stage systems, it's either fully on or completely off. The pros is you're going to have a lower upfront cost. These are simple designs, easier to service, and proven reliability. The cons, because it only has one speed and it runs at full power, temperature swings can fluctuate more. The system's going to cycle on and off more frequently. You're going to have less humidity control and typically a louder operation. But that doesn't mean that these are bad systems. They still work very well for many homes, and because of today's efficiency standards, they're still going to save you a lot of money. So this is something that most HVAC companies don't really explain clearly. A higher end system tends to make the most sense for people who run their AC a lot. For example, if you're someone like me who likes the house around 70 to 73 degrees or colder year-round, your system is going to run for a lot more hours. This means that efficiency matters a lot more. The comfort improvements matter more, and the quieter operation matters more. In those situations, higher end equipment can make a lot of sense. On the other hand, if you're the type of homeowner who keeps the house around 78 to 80 degrees and the system only runs occasionally, a high-end system may not make nearly as much sense financially, mainly because the system isn't running long enough to justify that extra cost. And there's another thing that I always tell homeowners. No air conditioner is going to pay for itself. Air conditioning is a luxury item. It's not something that, like solar, where it's going to put money back into your pocket. Now, the return on investment conversation isn't really about the entire system cost. It's really about the difference in price between a single stage unit and a multiple stage unit, or a single stage unit and a fully variable system. That's the ROI that we're talking about here. And depending on how often you run your system, that return on investment can take a really long time. And one last thing, and it's really the most important. The equipment itself matters, but the installation quality matters even more. These are things like proper system sizing, duct sizing, proper airflow, static pressure. Those things are going to impact the comfort and efficiency far more than just choosing a high-tier system. What I like to tell homeowners is I would rather see you invest the money in the most basic single-stage system. Make sure the system has the right amount of airflow, it's installed right, it's designed right, with new ductwork. That system is going to outperform the highest end system on a 20, 30-year-old duct system where they make no improvements to airflow. It's not about the box, although it does matter. It's really about the entire system design. And that's really what we're about here at ACEDIT. So if you're trying to figure out which system actually makes more sense for you in your home, we're always happy to help. There's going to be a booking link in the description where you can schedule a visit. And if this video helped clarify the differences, hit a like, subscribe, and drop any questions below. Thanks.